Several months ago, when this pandemic first began, I made the promise to you that every decision that we make as a congregation would be based upon three important principles. One, that we would make sure that we do everything that we can to keep one another safe. The second was that we would recognize the need and the desire, the longing to create a sense of community and connection amongst our people. And that finally, we would make sure that we not only protect, but also to care for those that are most vulnerable in our community. And I've been incredibly grateful and very proud of the way that our church leadership has practiced those principles, and for the way that our congregation has reached out and cared for one another. That in these uncertain times that we have been forced to go high tech, but we've not lost the ability to be high touch. Along the way, we've made some slow, cautious steps, sometimes moving too quickly for some people's comfort, and others have expressed that we're not moving fast enough. But I assure you that along the way, that we are relying on the wisdom of medical experts and the healthcare professionals, that their input guides and informs every plan that we make, every decision that we make. Right now, no doubt you are aware of the situation in Tarrant County, that the number of new cases is on the rise. In fact, just yesterday, we saw the new high, an increase of over 600 new cases over the previous record. And as a result of that, the number of hospitalizations is on the rise. I spoke with a doctor recently who told me that the ICUs in some of the local hospitals is nearing capacity. In response to that, Tarrant County Judge Glenn Whitley has made the plea to congregations to not worship in person. And so, out of an abundance of caution, our church leadership has made the decision, carefully and prayerfully, to suspend our in-person outdoor morning watch service. That as the weather grows cold, as the holidays are on their approach, that we will continue, I assure you, to offer our high-quality digital online worship services. Look, I know that we are all growing so weary of this and wondering, how long will this go on? But yet the news of a new vaccine that is on the horizon is giving us a sense of hope, buoying our faith that we will indeed get through this. Church, I promise that we will get through this, and that as a congregation, we will come out on the other side even stronger than we've been. But in the meantime, we all must do our part. Back in March, I reminded you of something that the Apostle Paul said in the book of Romans, that in times like this, that we must always be confident in hope, patient in times of trouble, and we must always keep praying. I assure you that your church leadership does all three of those every day. And we invite you to join us in those endeavors. I promise, and I assure you that I pray for you and for our church family every single day. And in the meantime, we will continue to seek the sacred, to commit to love, to empower one another to serve, and in so doing, we will transform the world by living out Christ's courageous love. Church, I love you, and I cannot wait for us to be back together again. In the meantime, grace and peace to you.